guys, this is Danny, and I'm back with another video, and I know it's been a while since I last updated you, but I am here now, and I guess I will start off where I finished. So last time I left you, I'm pretty sure I ended with like my tests. Oh yeah, I told you how my English test went. So I got my math test back, and you're never, okay, so guess what score I got. Okay, you're never gonna guess because I would have never guessed it either. I got a 4. And I know what you're thinking, like, okay, that's like less than half. But actually, it's not. I got a 61%. And considering that I only did like 2 or 3 problems, I mean, that's pretty darn good. Out of the problems I answered, I got all of the points for them. So I was so ecstatic, like that made my week. It was so great. Oh, I made my mom happy probably because both her and I probably thought I bombed it. Because honestly, I really thought I did because I kind of winged it all. So that was good. That made me really happy, and my week didn't turn out too bad after all. But the weekend after I got my test results back, we had a party for my host dad, Alex. He turned 50. And here it's like 50 is like a big number, like it's halfway to 100, obviously. But since I've been here, I've already been to like 2 or 3 50th birthday parties. Like they're pretty big. So we had a bunch of people over here, probably like 50 to 75 people in the house. So, and we had a catering service come, and there was so much food. And we had a lot of pumpkin soup, which we have 2 bowls, like 2 big bowls extra. And so we would probably be eating pumpkin soup for a month if we didn't give it to friends. And I was not down for that, because pumpkin soup every day for a month, not really digging that. But after that night, I told myself that I would never eat again for like a week because I ate so much. I was so full, I could not fit anything else. But the next morning when we were cleaning up, cleanup was a pain, but I mean it went by pretty fast because, you know, the whole family kicked in. And so anyways, when I saw the cake on the table just sitting there so perfectly, just open, and it was fruit cake and it just looked so good. And I skipped breakfast that morning because I wasn't hungry, and it turned out I ate the cake and it was so good. So that broke my non-eating phase, which lasted not even a whole day. So I guess it's good that I eat and I didn't try and starve myself. The cake was good. We had a lot of good cake and a lot of good food, good meat. Yeah, it was pretty good. It was a nice party, and I think everybody had fun. It was a good time. After the party, let's see, I was headed to Hanover Sunday because Nick, or the Latwadas, came to Germany. Latwadas are my neighbors from home. They live like 3 houses over, and it was so cool to see them again. Or at least I saw Nick first. He came to Hanover to surprise Marilla, and she loved that, and it was really good to see him again, and we went out for dinner. And so then that Monday, me and Nick, we both went to Berlin, and I was in Berlin for a few days, and that was so cool. I got to see the rest of the family, and Berlin is a really pretty city. Like, it's the capital of Germany, and it has the big Bundestag that you see on the news because the NSA has not been very good. So I felt like when I was going there, I felt like a traitor because I'm like in Berlin after like Obama or whoever spied on Angela Merkel. So I was like, oh, do you think they'll notice me? Do you think they think I'm American? Like, I don't know why. It was weird. Anyways, so we stayed in this apartment while we were in Berlin, the family and I. And Tuesday, we went on a walking tour in Berlin, and we started at the Brandenburg Gates, the Brandenburger Tor in German. And we went on this English tour. Yes, English, because the Latwadas don't speak German, and I barely speak German. And if I wanted to get some history in, I actually wanted to understand what she was saying. And I actually did learn a lot that day. We went on 2 4-hour walking tours, and we walked 15 miles throughout the whole city. Oh man, that was my workout. But remind me not to do that again in Converse. Remind me to put on tennis shoes or like some warmer shoes at least. Oh, yeah, so my feet were frozen by the end of that day. But anyways, I will tell you about the tour. So like while we were there, we saw the Brandenburger Tor, the Potsdamer Platz, the Holocaust Memorial, which was super cool. It was like these big slabs of concrete just in the middle of the city. Like it was this big grid in the middle of the city. And it was put intentionally there so people can't just like walk by and be like, oh, it's cool, it's just this big giant monstrosity in the middle of the city, like, huh, I wonder what it means. It makes people think, and it makes you stop and check it out, and it was pretty cool. I think it was creative. Yeah, so we saw that, and we saw the Berlin Wall and the East Side Gallery, which is the wall that's been painted. We saw some old Nazi buildings, which was cool because they were like the only buildings that survived past the war, both wars, I guess, and it was cool. But walking like next to the building makes you feel really small because the buildings were made to look powerful. So you walk by and they're just like this marble rectangular structure. It's nothing pretty. It's designed to look powerful, and it really does look powerful. Like you walk by and you kind of get the chills because it's one of those buildings where it just looks like something bad happened there. And that was the building that was in charge of the military stuff. Like I think it was in charge of the planes coming in and going, and I don't know how it didn't get destroyed. Like maybe everyone didn't destroy it because it was like a checkpoint for the planes to come overhead. Like once they pass that, then they know where to drop their bombs. Like that's what our tour guide said, and I mean, I guess it kind of makes sense, but I don't know still. Oh, we also stood on top of like the underground tunnels where Hitler died, or where he killed himself, and on top of that is a car park, or it's like a parking garage, and it's nothing fancy because it's meant to be like that because no one wants to even remember that guy, you know, like it fits that it's nothing special. Like cars just are sitting on top of it, and if you walk by, you would not even know unless you were on a tour that underneath is like all the blown up underground tunnels and stuff. So that was a pretty appropriate burial place, or not even a memorial because I'll just skip that, okay? And I have another history lesson for you guys if you want to listen, because I thought it was totally cool. It's about the Brandenburger Tor, the Brandenburg Gates. So these gates are like in the middle of Berlin, or I guess you can call it the entrance, but anyone who was anybody, like anyone famous or special, these were the gates that you would come through. Like you'd just go under them like a checkpoint or something. Oh, we also saw Checkpoint Charlie, for those of you guys who know that. Anyways, back to my story. So yeah, the gates. Anyone special would go under them, and on top of the gates, let's see, I have a picture here. Kind of. See this? Yep. That is the Brandenburg Gates, and on top is a statue, and it is the goddess Irene, and she's the goddess of peace. So it's meant to be like peaceful and to watch over the Parisplatz. I think it's called Parisplatz or Franzplatz or something. Sorry, I can't remember every detail, but I'm trying. I really am. Anyways, so when Berlin was taken over by the French, it was Napoleon he actually took the statue, this giant statue, down from the top of the gates, took it back to France, put it in a museum, and kept it there. Like, he just took off the statue, and so there was no statue on top of the Brandenburg Gates for a really long time, until the Berliners, they got back the statue when France was conquered again, and they brought the statue back, put it back on top of the Brandenburg Gates, and they renamed the statue on top of it, and it's no longer Irene, but it is Victoria, for the goddess of victory. And I mean, I thought that was pretty cool. And so the lady in the statue, her gaze like looks across this square to this one building, and okay, guess again what building it is. Some of you might know, but it's the French embassy. And so, like, she has her glare is going towards the French embassy, which I thought was kind of funny and clever because the French lost or they got defeated and they were the ones who stole the statue. So I thought it was, I mean, that's pretty funny history right there, if I can say so myself. And yeah, so that was a cool story that I learned, and I learned a lot of new things too. So technically I wasn't really missing school. I mean, I wasn't missing school anyways, what? But yeah, I learned a lot, and it was pretty cool. My history teacher would be proud, and so would my religion teacher, because we were actually talking about the gold steps on the sidewalk that have names from the people who died during the Holocaust. They have those going on a sidewalk, and we were just talking about that, and so that was pretty cool to connect all these things. But yeah, so my trip to Berlin was great. It was cold, but it was so good. It was good to see the Latoitas again, and they brought back stuff from home. Like my sister brought me sweatshirts, and I got candy, and sent some candy back to my family, and it was good. It was a good little exchange, and I'm glad I got to see them for those 3 days, and 7 more months until I see them, or until I see everybody else. Yeah, so I mean, there's my update. I already spent enough of your time just blabbering. I hope you enjoyed your history lesson. Oh, I am playing volleyball now. Or, I mean, I've always been playing volleyball, but the next time we have a game, I can play. Because the past 2 times I wasn't able to play because my player card wasn't ready yet. So I sat out on 2 games, and all I want to do is get up there and play. Like, I warm up with the team, and people are looking at me like, why isn't she changed out? Like, obviously she knows how to play volleyball. And I'm just sitting there like, yeah, like, I wish I could play. Like, can I just pretend to be someone else, please? But our next game is in December. It's all the way in December. Do you know how long that is? I really miss volleyball, and I miss my team. Okay, moment of silence for the volleyball. Okay. Yeah, everything else is great. It's starting to get colder here. The other day when I went to school, it was 0 degrees Celsius, and ladies and gentlemen, that is freezing, just to let you know. So we are now starting to bundle up even more. Like, it's foggy in the mornings and your face is frozen. Like, you wrap your scarf like all the way like around your face, because just to seal off the cold air. And it is going to get really cold, and I really hope it snows for Christmas. Like, all I want for Christmas is snow. But they didn't have snow for Christmas last year, so maybe if I keep my fingers crossed and pray that we will get snow. Maybe, because I'm the American, and, you know, what I say goes, obviously. No, but, I don't know, I just hope. I think the California people will be jealous that I get snow, because everyone there wants snow, but let me tell you guys, it's not fun. Like, it's so cold, and you just have to bundle up all the time, and you can't wear these nice little sweaters because you have to put on a thick jacket over it. So, enjoy your warmer weather, and try not to be, don't wish for rain or anything, because when it rains, boy. Okay, I think I've been blabbering on enough. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you have anything that you want me to talk about, just leave a comment, or email me or something, or write me on Facebook, because I do check that once in a while. Like, I know I said I'm done with electronics, but my volleyball club is on Facebook, and so that's how I update myself. And yeah, and I upload pictures. I uploaded some, and I will upload some more from my Berlin trip, and those will be up probably in like about a week or so, or within the week, so look for those. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's all. I don't have anything else to talk about. So, I guess it is ta-ta for now. Until next time. Bye, guys. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Okay. Cheers.